Hey there, welcome back to the farm. It has been, I think it's been a month since we've been out here to show you what's been going on, and it's been about a month since I've been out here too. It's kind of crazy. I think the last time we were out here was the end of January. It's now February 20th, I think, and I was sick for 2 weeks, and then Shawn was sick for 2 weeks. We've had a couple weekends of some cold weather, and so this is the first opportunity that we've had to really come out and get some stuff done. So I've got a lot of catching up to do. So I wanted to just kind of get you caught up on what's been done out here, and to be quite honest, I don't even know everything that's been done out here. I think Shawn and I came out once about maybe it was 3 weeks ago, and literally we came just to stop in. I don't even remember why we came out here, but anyways, Shawn's been out here a little bit more than I have, and there has been a little bit of work that's been done, but obviously not as much as we were anticipating. But today is the nicest weather day that we've had, and so I'm just gonna kind of share with you some of the things that have been done. So let me turn this camera around and I'm gonna show you as I see it myself. And so I'll have to find Shawn so he can kind of make sure that I don't miss anything that we've done in the last month, I guess. All right, so Shawn came out here a little bit earlier than us. We just got out here and he's got a fire going, and this is what's really cool. I haven't even seen this until today. This is the side of the house, and if I've got one, I'll insert a picture up here to show you kind of what it looked like over here. But we had the guys, I think, that did the septic tank, they knocked these trees over for us. So that's all on the agenda of stuff to get cleaned up, burned up. And actually, one of the reasons why we didn't come out yesterday was because Shawn had originally driven down to Georgia. He was gonna pick up a wood chipper, and then as he was thinking about it more, he decided he wanted a different one. So we don't have it yet. We're gonna order it, but that's what is gonna happen with all of that, so that I can have wood chips for my garden, which is gonna go where all of that is laying right now. And Shawn said there's a snake over here, so I'm not gonna get super close, but I think he said he's just hanging out. He's been a king snake. He said it's a king snake, so he's been hanging out there. Let's see, I can see him there. You can kind of see him right there just hanging out, watching the fire, sunning himself, I guess. So anyways, this is kind of cool. You can kind of see the other, I'll go around the other side, but it's this little retaining wall that has that was hidden by all of those trees. So that's really neat. And then again, you can kind of see the side of the house there that we could never see before because of all of the trees that were there. So let me walk you around and show you what has been done. I think the last time that we were out here, I think right after we left, the hot water heater kind of decided not to work for us anymore. So we had to buy a new hot water heater, and Shawn installed it. And the problem with it is our power. The house is on, and Shawn will correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think it's a 100 amp system, and it's just not strong enough to run the hot water heater, and we've got a freezer in there. And so I think once we get some more appliances, it's not gonna work. So we have to get all of the electrical switched over. And so that's one of the projects. So let's walk around the cars here and show you one of the major developments. I haven't even been back here. But during this last month, Shawn had the shed taken down. So we can kind of see there was the first shed was right there. That's the second one. That one's got all of our stuff that we have stored in it because it actually stays pretty dry. But here we've got all of the wood from the shed. So I think this is one of our projects today, is we're gonna go through it and kind of make a pile of good wood and not so good wood, because we wanna save as much as possible. We also, let's see, you can kind of see this piece of tree here. We also had a tree service come out and trim this tree up. There were a few branches that were hanging over the house, and we were on the fence about whether we needed to take the whole tree out or not. And so they were able to come, you can kind of see right there, they were able to come and kind of fix that tree. So now it's not hanging over the house and it's not going to be a problem for us, which is nice because we wanted to save the tree. And so we were able to do that. So, anyways, now it totally looks different back here. You can actually see, it's really cool because a lot of these trees are still gonna come out. And then even from the front, you can kind of see it like opens up this view that we have on the side of the house, which right now is blocked by the trees, but there's just pasture back there. So, and then you can see we have all this aluminum from the roof. And so we'll save all of that to use for various projects. That's just a pile of mess. All right, what else? I'm trying to update them on what we've done in the last month, and I don't even know all the stuff.
We built a little door to keep the raccoons and big squirrels and all that.
Yeah, that door was built there to kind of close up down under the basement area.
We took all the junk up underneath the porch addition where the snakes and the squirrels and the rats were getting up. We took all that insulation out so we could access the cast iron plumbing, and then I was able to cut the rest of it out.
Cool.
And the typo that she had earlier, we don't have anything copper in the house. It's all cast iron.
That's not a typo. That was just a...
If it were,
I said it wrong.
if it were copper, we would have left it. But no, it's all cast iron. Now it's PEX, which is basically plastic plumbing. Just the new stuff that they're using.
Gotcha. And so one of the things I think that we have, I think the last time we were here, we had already talked about how we decided we were going to do our addition. And I think the last time when we were here, we were talking about getting the bathroom done, and that has not been done. I can take you inside and show you. I think the only thing that we have that wasn't here last time was the subfloor, where the bathtub will eventually go, or not the bathtub, but where the shower will go. But I think one of the things that has kind of changed our mind as far as going forward with getting a bathroom done is it's kind of one of those things that I said I knew would happen. You're so particular about work, and if you can't hire somebody to do it better or at least as good as you can, then you just rather do it yourself. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are with the bathroom. I think now, since we've decided to we're gonna kind of, in a way, we're pausing work on the inside of the house just because we want to go ahead and get all of our ducks in a row to be able to get, yeah, we're gonna do a full, we're gonna go get a construction loan and do a full renovation on the house before we move in.
That way we don't have to piece it together, put in some new windows, and then go back and have to mess with the siding. We're gonna take the siding off, take the windows out, take the roof off of it, do the addition, the foundation, new electrical, and then come back and insulate it, re-side it, new windows, and just kind of build it back new. And that way we're not going back and forth. Because if we build a bathroom and then we do the addition, we're gonna have to tear in the part of the bathroom. If we do the bathroom and then change out the electrical from 100 amp service to 400 amp service, they're gonna have to go back in the bathroom wall and rip all that out. So it just makes more sense to do it right the first time and just have one big undertaking and get it done.
Yep.
So first thing we gotta do is foundation. We've already got somebody, the guy that was helping us with the septic tank, that did most of the septic tank, is going to do the foundation. And that's the first thing really we gotta do. So.
Yep, so I think what Shawn and I we're working on cleanup today because obviously we can't have an addition done with all of this. We have to get this stuff cleaned up, and that's the stuff that we can do. I mean, it's manual physical labor, but we can do that. And then from there, we have to kind of get a plan together on exactly what the addition's gonna look like. I mean, we know where it's gonna go, we know what we want in it, but we don't know the exact layout of it. And we have to have that together along with estimates on the work and all of that in order to go get the construction loan. So that's the daunting part right now, is just we feel like we're kind of, you know, we have to figure out what we want, and we don't know all of that yet. We just know that we want an addition. We know that it's gonna go here. So this is where it's gonna go. We know that in this addition there'll be a master bedroom as well as a secondary bedroom. There'll be a master bath, and then we want a deck of some kind because this is gonna be a beautiful view. It's gonna kind of be like a wraparound view, and so we want to have a deck of some kind on this side. And then with there being the addition on the main floor, that will leave room for an addition upstairs. And so we're hoping to put in possibly a second bedroom up there and a bathroom. Although one of the issues is that our septic tank is approved for a 3-bedroom, and that would turn our house into a 4-bedroom. However, I think the way that the layout is, I guess I should say, upstairs right now, what we call a bedroom upstairs is technically not a bedroom because there's no closet attached to it. So it could technically be called a bonus room or even an office because there's no closet attached to it. So if we added a bathroom and a bedroom upstairs with a closet, that would make the house a 3-bedroom with a bonus room. So I think that's what I want to go for, but that's why we're kind of stuck here. All right, so now that I have just talked and talked and talked, and I really don't even know if everybody's on board or understands exactly what our plan is. I think we do. We are here obviously to do cleanup. So the girls have already gotten started. We've got a fire going up front, burning all of these trees and branches and everything. We're not gonna burn all of them, like I said, because we want to save some for when we get the wood chipper, because I'm gonna need those wood chips for my garden. So this is where I want the garden to go. Oh, that's right, I said, where's the snake? I wanna stay away from the snake. But I said I was gonna take you down. Yeah, I know, I see it, and I wanna get away from it. It's a king snake, and yes, it's alive. It's not gonna hurt us, but I don't like it. So I'm gonna walk away from it, because it's right there, and I'm gonna go around down here and show you the, it's funny, Bailey's on her whatever, showing the snake. But anyways, I wanted to show you this retaining wall because it's really cool, it's really long, and I just love stuff like that because it's like, it's just neat that it's been here so long and it's kind of hidden, but it's beautiful. All right, I'm watching where I'm going because I don't want to run into any more snakes, but okay, so let's see. There is the start of it, and it's pretty long. Like, I noticed they had to take some of it out for the septic tank, but I mean, this is where it starts right here, and it goes all the way down there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it goes down next to where those sheds were. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, they had to mess some of it up when they were doing the septic tank, because that's where it is there. And then this area is where my garden's gonna be, and I'm just walking in it. I mean, it's muddy down here, but we have had well, pretty much everybody that has had to come out here for one reason or another, the septic guy, the tree guys, everybody has commented about how good the soil is, and how when I get my garden going, it should grow really well. That's the good thing, because I've never grown anything before, so I need all the help I can get. But that's my plan. I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I know they're waiting on me to get started and help them. So we're gonna be working on cleaning up and getting, I guess, getting ready for an addition. All right, there's the update. We'll get busy. So one of the other things that we did, or that we had done during this last month, is Shawn had a guy come and grind out these stumps. So if you remember, there was a tree there that we cut down. There was a tree right here by the corner that we cut down. And I think there were a couple others over in that area. And so he came and ground out all the stumps, which is nice. But if you notice, like, it's so muddy. It's just muddy everywhere. And it rained 2 days ago. So this is, you know, after yesterday. And it's just like my shoes. I mean, these are just rain boots. And I need to get some good work boots, but it's just so muddy everywhere. Everywhere you walk, and then you don't want to walk into the house. So we're working on this pile right here. Shawn's coming with his chainsaw. He's gonna cut some of this up so that we can drag it to the fire. This was, who cut this stuff down? Was it the tree guy or the septic guy? Okay, so yeah, but look at, I mean, I just wanted to kind of pan around and see the view that we have now. And all of this, when we bought this place, was all covered up by trees and overgrowth and all of that. And now you can see kind of all the way around. Wait, he's getting ready to start the chainsaw. I'm sitting up here on our porch, just taking a little break. We've been busy dragging all this stuff into the fire, and this is the view that Shawn and I envisioned when we bought this place. Of course, it wasn't there. It was a little tiny little speck. All of these trees will go away, and this power line eventually will have it buried. That's just not on the priority list right now, but once we do that, that'll clear all of that up. And then when we extend the house over on this side, this deck will extend. So that'll be pretty. That, where we're working over there, is a giant mud pit. You can see, I don't know if you can see that with the light, but my boots have caked on mud, and that's after me trying to brush it off. I need to find one of those shoe brushes that they have like at gas stations and stuff to put out here, because you just can't ever keep your shoes clean out here. It's just muddy. So Shawn and I are coming down here to the barns. We're trying to find a place to store all of the barn wood, or shed wood, I guess, that is worth saving, that we want to save and just kind of keep on hand in case we need it for anything. So I just drove the tractor down, or the little riding mower, and waiting on Shawn to walk down here. I don't see him, so I don't know where he's coming. But I wanted to share with you that one of the people that Shawn had found to come and trim the tree, and they also dug out these stumps for us, they mentioned that this area, because they're from around here, that this area is called the Ridge. There's a lot of hills, obviously you can tell from our view that we have, because there's so many hills. So the farmer across the road from us, where we just have the beautiful view of his hill, he doesn't have any flat pasture. So it's really cool to see, I think, but it's probably not that great for the animals that they have to graze on the hills. And some of them are pretty steep. But we are one of the few properties that actually has flat pasture. So I'm down here, like I said, you can see the big barn behind me and the little barn here. And this field in front of me, and I know I've shown it before, I'll turn the camera around in a second, but it is flat pasture land. So if we get around to getting animals, which don't know when that will happen, if that will happen, what animals we'll have here, but we will have, we're one of the only, I guess, areas or pieces of property in the area that has any flat pasture. So let me turn this camera around, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is our pasture land right here. This is a very flat area and would be great for any animals that we decide to get here on the farm. While I'm waiting for Shawn to come down here, I see him walking down now, but we're both moving a little slow. After being sick, we both noticed that our energy is not quite what it usually is. But one of the things that Shawn and I are planning, and one of our ideas obviously for this property and what we want, where we want to take it, is we think that we would eventually like to have some animals. With the craziness of the world these days and the price of things going up, that's one of the reasons for wanting to grow a vegetable garden. Not just that, but also like knowing where your food comes from. There's so many pesticides and chemicals in all the food that we eat anymore that I really want to get back into, not back into it, but I really want to get into just being more aware of where our food's coming from, and if I can grow some of our own, I just think that would be great. We've really been looking and doing a lot of research on just kind of getting back to knowing and getting your food from local farmers and local, what am I thinking of? Local meat farmers. I don't know, is that the right term? Meat farmers. But anyways, so I know Shawn has talked to the guy across the street that has all the cows and everything, and not exactly sure what he does with his cows, if they're meat cows, if they're, I don't know what they would be for if they're not meat cows. But anyways, the lady that owns this property I met the last time I was out here, she has a lot of cows. So we don't know if we're ready to have cows of our own. Here, Shawn's just now making it down here. But we do want to look into purchasing a half a cow or a whole cow and stocking our freezer so we don't have to rely so much on the grocery store. We've also talked about, one of our plans is in the next few weeks, actually, we're going to be ordering a freeze dryer so that once we get a garden growing, we can work on, you know, freeze drying some food and just having some stored food, and also being able to preserve some food. And in the meantime, I've also looked at getting with some local farms and being a part of their CSA to get produce from them until I can grow some stuff or we can grow some stuff on the farm. Because I'm not, I'm trying to be realistic. I haven't grown anything ever, so I'm not really expecting too much this year, but I'm hoping to learn and hoping to get better at it over the next few years. So in the meantime, like I said, we'll rely on some other farmers that actually know what they're doing and can produce some good vegetables that we can buy. So I've been doing some more shopping at some farmers markets, trying to find some around the area, and also trying to get some meat from just some local farmers rather than relying on the grocery stores. So, all right, Shawn came down here, and so we're gonna look in the small barn here and possibly also the big barn to see where we can store some of this barn wood that we have. All right, so Shawn and I are in the big barn, and we've decided we're gonna store the wood in here because this stall looks like the driest. We haven't yet opened these doors, so Shawn's going around the other side because we think that there is a track up there. Well, we don't think it, we can see it. And I think they're accordion doors. So he's gonna try to push from that side. There you go. See, that's exactly what I was thinking. Woo! First time we've opened the doors. Wow, you got a nice draft coming in. So this is gonna be the this is gonna be the storage stall for all of the barn wood. So we've got that big board that was there, and these 3 that we brought from the other place we're gonna load in there, and then we can bring down all of the barn wood that we want to just keep in store. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, let me get out so you can drive this up. Alright, I guess I gotta put the camera down so I can help. Alright, I turned on the camera right as Shawn was driving by with the tractor. So Shawn and I are down here with a load of the to-be-saved barn wood, and we're gonna load it in the big tractor here. And the girls are still up where the shed was, and they're still picking through and pulling out all of the scraps. He actually had, I think it was the septic guy that, we had someone come and they started to take apart the barn, and then the septic guy just pushed it over. So that's why it's kind of a mess of wood just in a pile. And so some of the pieces are nailed together and everything. So it's just been a process to try to dig through it. It's almost like I've never played, it reminded me of like a big game of Jenga, but it also reminded me of like, I think it was called Mahjong or something like that. Like you have to take one tile, and it was just interesting because you had to grab the piece that was loose and find one that was loose to pull out. So Shawn and I are gonna go ahead and unload this, all of this wood in the barn. About 2:30, and we are taking our second load of barn wood down to the big barn for storage. And I don't know about Bailey, but I'm pretty tired. Yeah. You pretty tired? Yeah, those pieces of wood are very heavy. Some of them obviously heavier than others, and then there's a few of them that are nailed together still, so you get a bonus, and it's just hard work. So we are gonna go take this barn wood down. There's not much in this second load, and we're gonna unload it into the barn, and then we'll go back up, and we basically have to just tend to the fire up front, where we were burning all the brush, and kind of clean up. And we'll probably sit on the front porch for a little bit while we're waiting on the fire to burn down, and then we'll call it a day. So it is President's Day tomorrow, and so I have to go back to work, boo. But the girls are off of school, and Shawn is off, so I think he plans to come back out with one of them tomorrow. You practice?
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff to do
okay.
tomorrow.
So it's probably not going to be Bailey. It's probably going to be Shawn and Natalie, and they're going to come back out and just kind of just probably do a little bit more. There's not a ton more to do. Well, there's always a ton more to do, but they're not going to do a whole big long work day tomorrow. And then don't know honestly if we'll be out next weekend, only because the way the forecast is. Let's not walk through the mud, Bailey. The way the forecast is right now, I think there's still a chance that we're gonna get some snow again on Friday. And then there's also a chance of snow on Sunday. So regardless whether we get snow or not, it's probably gonna be a cold weekend. So we may, probably will not be back out next weekend, but I'm sure Shawn and I will use the time to try to find some people to do some of the work that we want to have done for the addition, and we'll probably source out or price out things like, you know, we've got to figure out exactly what I'm going to put in my kitchen, so it's kind of like I get to do the shopping but don't get to do any buying. And then there was something else that we needed to do. What else do we need to do?
Figure out the floor plan.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out the floor plan. Sorry, big loud tractors going by. I feel like there was something else that we were gonna need to work on. Can't remember what that was, but we will, gosh, I feel like it was right there. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. While we were here, our neighbor, the one who has the property here, he stopped by again. It's him and his brother, and they stopped by and they were just telling us that they were very happy with the things that we've been doing over here on our property. They were just telling us that it looks really good, and that they were glad to see what we're going to be doing. So that was nice to hear that the neighbors are appreciating our work out here. All right, so we're here at the barn. We're going to go ahead and unload this and hopefully get this day wrapped up. So we'll catch up with you in a few minutes.
Hey guys, so we just finished doing all that. Personally, I'm so tired. I've had a stuffy nose for a long time, but I don't know, none of y'all care. But yeah, so we just finished that, and I'm hoping that we're just gonna chillax and just wait for the fires to get out, and then we can get out of here. I don't think we're bringing the tractor back up with all because we had a few that we just decided that we didn't want to keep. So yeah, we're gonna go. Well, I think they're leaving that down there, but I think like my mom said, they're gonna come back out here tomorrow. I can't come because I'll get stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much all we did. We just kind of cleaned up brush and then worked with the wood. So now that one, what's it called, barn is all taken down. So yeah, bye. So I just want to show you that you can kind of see the view right there as you're walking now, and once we get all that brush and everything like that from over there out, you'll be able to see more of the view. I don't know if my mom showed you guys, but she got these little, ouch, sorry. She got these little things from, I don't know where it's from, maybe Costco or something. But these like garden things, I don't even know what they are. But she got strawberries, more strawberries, let's see, what are those? Potatoes right there, and then, let's see, sweet onions and potatoes. And then, we went to the farmer's market the other day, and she got 2 garlic clove things. So, yeah, mini little haul. But that's what that pile looks like now, so it's looking good. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I think.
All right, it is about 4:20, I think, and Bailey and I have been sitting here on the porch for the last 30 minutes or so, just kind of waiting on this fire to die down a little bit. And I know I've been watching, I think Bailey has been too. We've been watching the farmer across the road. He, I don't know if you can see that bale of hay right there. Oh, sorry, I know that was gonna happen, but we watched him come up front into this front pasture and grab the bale of hay, and then we watched him take it up there and drop it off, and the cows, you can see some of the cows, it was funny, they were chasing him and they were trying to eat the hay as he was carrying it over there. And then we watched the cows kind of playing, fighting, whatever they were doing, but it was interesting to watch. And us city folk who are not used to seeing this, I could probably watch it for several more hours. So anyways, that's what we're finishing up on. We got a lot of cleanup done today. Some of these trees that had been taken down, got a lot of that burned up, and those ashes will be saved for my garden whenever I get a garden. And then we still have all of that to take care of, but that'll come with time. So that's our work for today, and that's our update. That kind of just gives you an idea of where we are and why we've been gone for the last month or so. Like I said, I think Natalie and Shawn are going to come back out tomorrow and do a little bit more. But if we don't come out next week because of rain, or not rain, well, it would be because of rain, snow, cold weather, whatever, then we will be back out the week after, and we'll let you know what we get into. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.